Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will discuss the another new concept of the transient state stability, that is a stability improvements method. That stability improvements method play a very important role to maintain the power system in the healthy condition with respect to the generation side, to the load side or the distribution side. To keep the stable condition of that power system means what? We as the if the power system is generating, if the generation is should be carried out as a 100 megawatt, we are getting is that but we are getting at a load side should be the at least up to the 90 megawatt or the up to the 95 megawatt, so that there is a but the generation power must be equal to their receiving power. It's not that the incoming power must be equal to the receiving power. That play that the condition generally satisfy when the stability of that system should be is within the permissible limit, or it should be the in the stable condition. Okay, so what are the different methods are there to improve the stability? So that because of the, as we all know, in the power system there is a huge tremendous low disturbances and the unwanted disturbances, or the transient disturbances or the steady state disturbances. Small and the gradual disturbances are generally occur, like the excitation changes, auto closings, sudden load changes, sudden switchings, and the many more disturbances or the causes are there. For because of that, the stability are generally affected. So to maintain the stability within the permissible limit, the following improvement method are generally feasible. We can use this method to improve the stability of that system. Okay, so let us discuss the stability improvements method. So what is that about the in the as we all know, what is that about the transient stability? The transient stability is the ability of that power grid to maintain the synchronization when subject to the severe disturbances. अब severe disturbances means what? एक तो short circuit होता है, yeah, short circuit of that transmission line, even the symmetrical or the unsymmetrical fault conditions are there, or removal of the large transmission load releasing or the load decreasing, that's also the one of the case are there. And third is that if the cascaded failure operation is that if the series operation should be the fail, or the parallel operation of that of the power system generally fail. In that condition, the stability should be directly affected. The stability of the system is generally directly implicated with the swing equation. What is that about the swing equation? It's generally used to modify or to analyze the stability, prediction of that stability with respect to the acceleration power. So that swing equation is nothing but what? It's equal to the m d square del upon dt square is equal to pa. What is pa? Pa is nothing but the accelerating power. It's nothing but it should be the acceleration or the retardation. It is also called as a pm minus pe. What is a pm? It's a mechanical input to the synchronous generator, and the p is nothing but the electrical output of that synchronous generator. So the difference between the acceleration or the retardation is equal to the m d square del upon dt square, whereas m is nothing but the inertia constant. If the speed constant depends on the size, whereas del it's nothing but the load angle, power angle of that machine in the radian. Okay, so that swing equation is very much important to predict the stability of that concerned power system. So in terms of that stability improvements method, the transient stability are generally improved by using the any one of these methods. Number one is that the rotor size and the transfer reactance of that line. Second is that by using the dynamic braking resistance. Third, independent pole switching or the single pole switching of that circuit breaker. Fast excitation system, excitation control, governor action control, even the generator tripping, low tripping, regulated shunt compensation, that is nothing the fact devices, SCR and the HVDC as the short circuit ratio and the HVDC are generally used to improve the power system, the transient stability. Number one, effect of the term, effect of the inertia. It's played a very important role to improve the stability. How can we the effect of inertia? Increasing the value of inertia, reduce the angle. Reduce the angle automatically, it's reduce the angle, it's directly affect the in reduce the load angle, it should be directly affect what is really, but what is the power angle equation? Sine of del is equal to p max into the p max sine of del. अगर angle reduce करोगे तो automatically that power should be the lower down. Okay, so the increase in the value of m, if we have the m should be the increase, it should directly affect that load angle should be decreased. Load angle decrease, stability क्या होगी, decrease होगी. So increasing the m means increasing the dimension of that machine, which is uneconomical. That's why that effect of that and effect of the increasing the inertia of that system should not be the feasible in terms of that in terms of the stability point of view, or in terms of economical or the cost point of view. That's why the effect of the amp must be there, that inertia of that machine or the inertia of the power system should be this statically inclined with the stability of that system. Number second, effect of that reactance between the transmission line. That reduction of that transfer reactance should be directly improve the power, because P is equal to क्या था? P is equal to V1 V2 upon X into the sine of del. V1 and V2 sine of del. So the X is nothing but the inversely proportional relation, and so the P should be direct inversely proportional to the reactance between the X1 2. So jitna कम reduction, that is nothing but to improve the power. Power improves, the stability should be improved. It generally used in the parallel lines instead of the single lines, and the use of the bundle conductor are generally used to reduce the reactance between of that transmission line, so that to improve the to lower down the losses. Okay. Number third, dynamic braking resistance. Dynamic resistance is what? It is not even what? It's a generally it is a one of the most efficient and widely used external control method to by adding the braking resistance, where that BR is not even the dummy load are generally connected between the synchronous generator for the short duration of the time to reduce the generator speed, and then improve for the system as to maintain the synchronization. Mean what? While controlling the load with respect to the generation, it is nothing but the generator side, this is nothing but the load side. If the load speed is nothing but supposed to be the NR, supposed to be the NR, and the is nothing but the NS. अब NS और NR का डिफरेंस अगर मुझे कंट्रोल करना है, दैट इज डिफरेंस मुझे लेस करना है, तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? वी हैव टू एडिंग द ब्रेकिंग रेजिस्टेंस हियर, बिकॉज हियर द लोड रेजिस्टेंस इज मोर एज कंपेयर टू द NS. ओके, इस केस में that is but the load should be the lower down, load should be the lower down, automatically ब्रेकिंग रेजिस्टेंस शुड बी, ब्रेकिंग रेजिस्टेंस की वजह से उसका लोड का वैल्यू क्या हो रहा है, स्पीड क्या हो रही है, कम हो रही है. तो उसके इसमें मैं क्या करूंगा, वी हैव टू जस्ट लोअर डाउन द स्पीड ऑफ दैट सिंक्रोनस जनरेटर बाय एडिंग द रेजिस्टेंस इन द सीरीज विद द synchronous generator, so that to maintain the synchronization with the load side. It is able to open under fault condition and absorb the accelerating energy during the fault condition. So faulted condition में क्या होने वाला है, सर्किट ब्रेकर क्लोज है. अब सर्किट ब्रेकर ओपन हो गया तो ऑटोमेटिकली फॉल्टेड कंडीशन में दैट स्पीड ऑफ द सिंक्रोनस जनरेटर शुड बी द लोअर डाउन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द ब्रेकिंग रेजिस्टेंस. ये क्या कर रहा है? सो इट जनरली यूज एज अ रेओस्टैटिक ब्रेकिंग और द डायनामिक ब्रेकिंग रेसिस्टर्स, डायनामिक ब्रेकिंग रेसिस्टर के जैसे वर्क कर रहा है. Okay, so the control can be done by the power electronic switches or the electronic or the MOSFET or the semi control switches are generally used to control the braking resistors, and the short resistors are generally used to energy dissipated in the voltage, and the series resistor energy dissipated directly proportional to the current. They generally preferred in the where location where the when the load is connected near to the center or the hydro station. Independent pole operation circuit breaker. Next method is to pole operation of that circuit breaker. Not independent, use of separate mechanism for the each phase. अगर मैं separate mechanism for the each phase use होगा, automatically इसका fault clearing time कम रहेगा. Fault clearing time कम रहेगा तो automatically उसकी stability क्या होगी? Improve होगी. So by lower down or to maintain the pole operation separately for the each circuit breaker, faulty of an phase does not affect the other phase. It should directly implicate the stability of that transient stability of that system. Okay. Now next, single pole switching. अब single pole switching क्या है? Study but a single pole switching is a use the separate mechanism for the each phase. As we all know, single line to ground fault relay designed to trip only the fault phase. whereas reclosing operation follow after the certain time. So use when the single line correct and the generator connected to the rest of that system is what? Where single pole switching is generally used to locate the LG fault on the system is generally used to design for that under only the fault case, and the reclosing are generally operation is followed by under the after the certain types of that system. That's called as single pole switching. Fast excitation control. A fast excitation control is generator excitation control are the basic stability control, provide a powerful and the economical means to ensure the stability for the large disturbance. Generator excitation control is a basic stability control. Means what? It generator excitation control are generally used to improve the stability of that generator system or the powerful by means of that ensure stability of the large disturbances. Generator excitation is used to maintain the speed of that generator with respect in synchronization with the load side, so that to maintain the stability of that whole power system. Okay, so what are the different methods of that for fast excitation control? Number one, ऑटोमेटिक एवीआर वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर लगा दिया या फिर पावर सिस्टम स्टेबलाइजर लगा दिया. अब एवीआर क्या है? इट्स डिक्रीज द वोल्टेज, डिक्रीज किया ऑटोमेटिकली वोल्टेज को कंट्रोल करेगा, वोल्टेज को कंट्रोल करके स्टेबिलिटी को कंट्रोल करेगा. That's called as fast excitation control under the AVR condition. Number second, power system stabilizer. A power system stabilizer is what? Power system is used to maintain the stability. Power system को maintain करना means what? Transiently degrading the damping of that local plant, produce the damping torque component, and that damping torque component is used to control the that oscillating torque component. Oscillating torque component के साथ control oppose करेगा, और जितना that power of that power system stabilizer generally used to control the voltage and the speed of that control concerned power system, so that it maintain under the stable condition. Stabilizer is nothing but the name itself that system or the equipment are generally working within the given permissible limit. That's called as stabilizer. Fast governor action. अब governor action क्या है? That AVR is also related with the governor action. Why? Because the synchronous motor generally connected with what? It's connected to the governor action with respect to the prime movers. So that sudden change in the power angle during the disturbances can be directly implicate on that load prime mover output. Prime mover output affect to a which help for fast acting governor. Whenever there is a load angle of that concerned power system should be, or the concerned synchronous generator should be the changes as the प्राइम मोर का आउटपुट चेंज होगा. प्राइम मोर का आउटपुट चेंज हो ऑटोमेटिकली गवर्नर का एक्शन चेंज हुआ. गवर्नर का एक्शन चेंज हुआ ऑटोमेटिकली दैट एक्सेलरेशन और द डिएक्सेलरेशन कैरिड आउट बाय दैट स्विंग इक्वेशन अफेक्ट होगा. So it operate on after about 15 cycle, which can causes the stability problem with the severity of that fault. It is not adequate for the hydropower station due to the difficulty in the control of that power flow, because power flow के अंदर very much dynamics, that is fluid dynamics के concept आ जाता है. That's why that it is not feasible to control under the hydropower stations के अंदर. So it is generally feasible other than that hydro condition, that by controlling the prime mover speed and the prime mover action or the governor action, we are able to improve the stability of that transient condition. Generator tripping, or the tripping of the generator unit for the severe transmission fault or the for the severe transmission system. अगर जनरेटर ट्रिप हो रहा है तो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या हो रहा है? पावर ट्रांसफर रिड्यूस होगा. पावर ट्रांसफर रिड्यूस होगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली लोड, it should be the load down automatically synchronous synchronization should be directly affected. So the accelerating energy greatly reduced to maintain the synchronization energy. So due to the tripping of the generator, power transfer is reduced and available energy kept in the idle state. So this is the generator tripping. Generator tripping is nothing but the last fault condition, is nothing but the end condition where the fault should be there for the prolonged period, as the defined prolonged period, so that the severe fault under the severe transmission fault should be the occur. So that generator tripping should be the resolved as soon as possible to overcome the instability of the connected power grid system. Load tripping. Load tripping is nothing sudden load changes. Similar to the generator tripping, but the tripping at the load end is what? To reduce the decelerating of that receiving end generation means what, लोड क्या हो रहा है, लोड डाउन हो गया, लोड डाउन हो गया तो स्पीड क्या होगी, स्पीड इंक्रीज हो जाए, एनएस शुड बी इंक्रीज। अगर स्पीड पर्टिकुलरली इंक्रीज होगी तो डेल क्या होगा, इंक्रीज होगा। डेल इंक्रीज हो गया तो वो मैक्सिमम परमिसेबल लिमिट से डेल शुड बी, डेल मैक्स से ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा और वो सिस्टम अगेन इन द अनस्टेबल कंडीशन में आ जाएगी। दैट्स व्हाई लोड ट्रिपिंग शुड बी द इन पैरेलल with the speed of that synchronous generator. So tripping of that some part rather than the larger system. That condition should be the satisfied to maintain the stability of that system. Okay, a regulated shunt compensation. So this is a bit of fact devices that are generally used to control the voltage and the reactive power under the different conditions. First is that the case is the synchronous condenser. Of synchronous what is the synchronous condenser? The synchronous condition is related to synchronous machine or the motor that are working on that no load condition. Without mechanical load, that's called a synchronous condition. It generally used for what? It provide a leading power factor, lagging as per the requirement. It generally used to improve the capacitor voltage. Okay, so to control the leading and the reactive power factor for reactive power, thus it's improve the power factor, improve करते हैं. Now the static var compensator. Static var compensator what? Static connected generator with a control device. Its output of that is generally varied to the specific parameter of the electrical power system, and it's static. There is a no moving part that is called. That's why it's called a static var compensator. Are generally connected in the parallel condition, so that to improve their reactive power and to absorb the reactive power and improve the कॉम्पनसेट कर रहा है, रिएक्टिव पावर को कॉम्पनसेट करेगा सो दैट वोल्टेज इंक्रीज होगा, वोल्टेज इंक्रीज हुआ तो वोल्टेज स्टेबल रहेगा, वोल्टेज स्टेबल रहेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली स्टेबिलिटी इंप्रूव होगी, इवन द पावर फैक्टर ऑफ दैट सिस्टम शुड बी इंप्रूव्ड. दैट्स कॉल्ड स्टैटिक वार compensator. This is nothing but a different fact devices that is called a TCR or the TSC. TCR is nothing but the thyristor controlled resistor, and the TSC is nothing but the thyristor series compensator. Okay, thyristor series. So here the thyristor switch reactor are generally, thyristor circuit are generally used to improve the to maintain the voltage between the generating station with respect to the receiving station, so that to implicate or to lower down the instability or the voltage disturbances under the transient conditions. So by using the FACT devices, we are able to improve the stability of that system. Even the TSC play the same role. In terms of the TSC, the capacitor must be there. That is, a capacitor play generally used by providing the booster voltage transformer. TSC में अपन VC voltage ऐड हो जाता है under the fault condition, so that system stable रहती है. This is a different fact devices, that is a static var component devices. First saturated reactor, then thyristor controlled reactor, thyristor switch capacitor, thyristor TSC, thyristor switch reactor. TCR, TSC, TSR. Okay, and the last is actually HVDC. By using the HVDC system or the thyristor control, distribution should be carried out at the DC side, whereas generation and the transmission should be carried out with respect to the DC, and that generation and the distribution is generally carried out under the AC parameters. So that case the stability of that system should be again improved. So that this thyristor control employed under the generation side and under the receiving side or under the distribution side, so that to improve the stability. No synchronization is required in the HVDC system. Power transfer can be easily controlled by using the DC to DC via AC converter, AC to AC via DC converter. Okay, so the no risk of the fault in the one system causing the loss of stability in the another parameter. That's called as HVDC plays a very important role while improving the stability of that huge EHV line or the more than long transmission line. So as it is a high cost of the converter and the inverter circuit is that, that's why it is implicated for that higher range voltage, like more than 400 kV के लिए अपन HVDC लगा सकते हैं, but for less than 400 kV voltage we are not, the HVDC is not preferable because of its high cost of that a converter, that is a AC or the AC converter rectifier or inverter लगता है, and DC should be transmission are carried out under the DC supply. That's why it is called as HVDC transmission line. So this is nothing but the different methods are there under and the transient stability of that system should be directly improved by using any of these such method. Thank you so much.